This is Mellissa Thomas with Florida National News. We are here at Heroes Community Park in Lake Nona. As you can see, these bikes are lined up in anticipation of the opening of today's park. So stay tuned right here, Florida National News, as Orlando Mayor Dyer and several city commissioners, including Commissioner Jim Gray, are here to commemorate the opening of this park. Talk about how gratifying it is for you. You know, obviously, it takes a while to develop a park in any new development in any new city. So how gratifying is it for you to see this come to fruition?
You know, Sesh, who's the managing partner of Tavistock, which has developed most of Lake Nona, and I were talking about sometimes you cut a ribbon and people think that something happened overnight when you've been working on it for over 10 years. 10 years ago, this was cattle pasture. All of this, and you look at what the medical city has become, but this park was part of the original plan when we started all this, and it's 10 years later, but it's great to see.
It's been a work in progress, something we really needed in Lake Nona, and I'm just couldn't be more thrilled that we're getting this park open, and as I said earlier, another park within the next 30 days, so we're excited.
Oh, wow, that's pretty close together.
Yeah, well, you know, as this area grew, we had a lot of components. The one thing we didn't have was recreation parks, and so we worked hard to get that, and it was a cooperation of all parts, but we wanted to get parks that offered a lot to a lot of different people, a lot of different age groups. So we did multi-purpose fields here for soccer and flag football and all kind of lacrosse, all kinds of things. And then our other park that we're going to open in another month is more baseball and softball. So, but we combine playgrounds in each, concession stands, and as I said before, you know, the amenities that folks want in a park.
After the ribbon cutting, and you see the kids just couldn't wait and running over there and screaming, you know, wanting to be first. In the park and on the playground and the equipment and everything, it's goosebumps. I mean, these are the goosebump moments is when a community really comes alive, right? It's what we all dream about.
Awesome. And Mayor Dyer was previously mentioning that even in the process of developing Medical City, like the park was already built in there from 10 years ago. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Look, we always planned, you know, we try to master plan every single component of what life, a good life should be. And parks are such an integral element of the community and what people love to do. And for kids, you know, I was just chatting with the head of, you know, the Lake Nona Junior Lions, the youth, you know, sports teams. And they're just a volunteer organization that puts together programs, and they use these parks, and it's kids from 1st through 8th grade. Because when schools have to cut programs, that's where they cut. It's one of the first things to go, and it still keeps things going. And I think, you know, when children learn about, you know, being active from such a young age, it leads to just better health throughout their lives. And so, you know, we focus here at Lake Nona on a whole theme of health and well-being, but it's for an entire lifetime, and it starts when you're very young, because that's when good habits come about.
As we can see, the families here that attended the ribbon cutting, the kids ran in as soon as the ribbon cutting happened. They were clamoring to start playing. They're excited. They're in there having an absolute blast. And Lake Nona is continuing to flourish, and we'll see our continuing developments here as we continue to follow Tavistock and the various different companies that are coming to Lake Nona. So stay tuned right here at FloridaNationalNews.com for our continuing business news and politics and power, so you don't miss a beat. Be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is Mellissa Thomas coming to you from Lake Nona.